here's the ultimatum I'm faced with. Let's say you spend $1 for one ticket, you put it in for the prize you want, and you have a pretty low chance of getting it. Or let's say you buy a lot more tickets and you put all those tickets into that one prize. Now you have a higher chance of winning that prize. So what do? You want to spend more money, or do you not want to spend more money? Do you want to win the prize? Maybe you're not even going to win the prize anyway. So I want to look at this mathematically. So let us define a function f of x that we want to make the most efficient by minimizing. In the way of minimizing it, we find that we make the greatest percentage out of the least of our money. And this function f of x would represent the rate total money spent over the probability of winning, P of W. So let's define the total money spent. The total money spent is the number of tickets bought, x, times the cost per ticket, C. The probability of winning is defined by the number of favorable outcomes over the total outcomes. So we would have the number of tickets put in the prize, x, over the number of tickets put in by us, x, plus the number of other tickets, y. Now, substituting these variables in, we find that f of x is equal to c times x plus y over 100. Of course, for raffles, we can look at x and y in respect to each other. Without loss of generality, let y equal 100. In the same way, you can look at the function f of x, the constant c, so it doesn't change the degree of the equation, or flip it as it's positive. So, without loss of generality, let c equal 1 unit. So, substituting this back into f of x, we find that f of x is a linear equation with a slope of 1 over 100 and the y-intercept of 1. And that looks about like this. The main and range restrict us to the first quadrant. And we find that we minimize f of x by approaching negative infinity. So we find that the least value of x for the least value of f of x is 0, for which the rate is 1. But at the same time, if you buy 0 tickets, then you have a 0% chance of winning. So it's pretty much negligible if you want to find the best use of your money for the best percent chance of winning. So our next least value of x is x equals to 1. You can substitute any value of y and c into this and you'll see it's the same because of our W log. It's pretty explanatory because the more money you put in, the less money you can get out. Take this example. Let's say you put in 100 tickets into a 100 ticket raffle. So you have a 50% chance of winning that raffle. But let's say you put in 1,000 tickets. Well, now that's over. That's just an exaggerated example, but it can even be taken down to that minute level of 1 ticket. When you're looking at raffles, there are a few more things to consider than just that 1 ticket. So we have a few problems. Problem 1. Usually at raffles, they will sell greater numbers of tickets at a discounted price. This is good for you. You'll get more efficiency per ticket, but it does mean sometimes that you have an excess of tickets and sometimes you will put more than 1 ticket per raffle prize. So in that case, the discounted price might actually account for that loss of efficiency when you put in 2 tickets for raffle prize. And then the second problem, at raffles, there are usually only 2 or 3 good prizes that you're really eyeing for. This begs the question, why would you put tickets into prizes that you don't want? But my question to you would be, why wouldn't you? Here's the third question. Most of these raffles, they're for fundraising. Why wouldn't you just want to raise funds for something you think that is good? At the same time, going to fundraisers, you're gonna have to waste money. Anyways, let's move on to the conclusions. Number 1, if you want the most efficiency and the most prizes, then you should buy 1 ticket per prize, or you can buy more tickets than necessary, but remember to disperse them evenly among all prizes. Number 2, if you only want the prizes that you think are good, then buy 1 ticket per of those prizes. Like before, buy more than necessary tickets, but remember to disperse them evenly. Number 3, just yeet it in, just yeet the money, just throw it away, like that. Screw the efficiency. Just don't even watch this video. Or you can do number 4, which is the most efficient of using your money during a raffle, which is just don't do it. Thanks.